Hey guys, it's Meg with Meg's Family Adventures, and I am here at the Signia by Hilton Orlando Bonnet Creek in Orlando, Florida, and I'm going to take you on a tour of the hotel. So let's go check it out. So when you pull up the drive, there are plenty of workers ready to assist you. We've got valet parking. I know when we arrived, there were multiple workers ready with luggage carts and helped us with our bags. Heading on in to the lobby. You can see right away you're met with ample seating, which is great for if you've had a long trip. Someone in your party goes to check in, the rest of your party gets to sit down. Here is the front desk and check-in area, as well as looks like they have some rental car services through Avis here and the concierge. The front desk area is very welcoming. It's well lit. It's got nice colors. You can see some more seating here. In the evening, it gets pretty crowded down here with people that are getting takeout from various restaurants. There is a conference here right now, so it's been pretty busy with the conference folks. This is a bar that's open in the evenings. Honestly, I don't remember the name of it, but it is kind of like your standard lobby bar. Over here we have Muse, which is their kind of grab and go restaurant. So that's where I get my coffee every morning. They have some snacks. They do have ice cream for the evenings, drinks, breakfast sandwiches, regular sandwiches, flatbread pizzas. Head down this corridor is where we have some dining. And straight ahead you can see the gift shop. It's early and it rained overnight and it's already pretty humid, but here you can see we're overlooking the pool area. It's a little hard to tell because of the humidity on the windows. So here's one of their restaurants. It's called Zeta Asia, obviously Asian-inspired food. Here's their menu. So we have not checked out this restaurant during our stay here because our little one would not eat anything here. My husband and I, sure, we could eat some stuff here, but there aren't any chicken fingers for him. So it does look good. However, we haven't been able to go. Maybe if we do a couples trip, we would hit this up. They've got curtains across so we can't take a peek in. So you can see here is the gift shop. My little one spotted this right away on day one. So you can see they have a lot of Orlando and Disney themed items. But you know, it's your standard gift shop. They also have things like, you know, sunscreen and things like that for things you may have forgotten. Some beach and pool bags over along the wall. All right, so over there is an exit that can take you to the ground transportation that I was mentioning earlier that the hotel offers. It's really nice, actually. We did take it to Disney Springs the other night, and it is a coach bus. It's air conditioned. It's very nice. All right, let's check out the fun zone, which is the arcade. So they've got all your standard arcade games. Got some skee ball, which is one of my favorites. can't have an arcade without a claw machine. Here are some of the prizes you can cash in your points and win. All right, checking out some more of the games over here. It's not too big in here, but they did pack in a good amount of games, enough to keep you busy for maybe like half hour or so. It's a good place to come. If you get a daytime thunderstorm, you get blown out of the pool, come and spend some time in the arcade to pass the time. All right, so let's head out of the arcade. Bye, arcade. And it looks like out this way is where they have their meetings and their events. So yeah, you can see they've got a board that explains what today's meetings are. They have this large screen that you can see all the way out in the pool in the evenings. My son thought it was a TV. Yeah, so we're not gonna walk all the way through here because this is where the conference is. But they have tons of meeting space and event space. So if you are looking to host something for your company or your association, or even just an event like a wedding or an anniversary party, they do have tons of space here for you. All right, walking back towards the main lobby area now. And straight ahead on the other side of the main lobby is their another one of their restaurants named La Luce, I believe is how you pronounce it. It's an Italian themed restaurant. And they serve breakfast and they also serve dinner. The elevators are just around the corner to the right. However, we're gonna go this way and check out the downstairs. So you can take an elevator down to the ground floor, but since we're on the lobby floor right now, we're going to take this spiral staircase downstairs. Down here, there's not too much, but I'll show you what they have. So right in front of us is Harvest Bistro. And unfortunately for us, Harvest Bistro is closed during our stay. We were a little bummed about that. They are doing some renovations. We were hoping to check out this restaurant while we were here. We did not know it was closed until the day before we arrived, but they are doing some renovations. And then straight ahead over here is the fitness center, which I am planning to hit up after I finish this video and have some of my coffee. And then the elevators back that way. What's nice about the elevators here is that they have two banks. So everyone for all 18 floors are not cramming up onto one bank of elevators. And out here you have the coveted pool area, which I do have a separate video with a tour of the pool, so we're not going to do too much of the pool today because you can check out the other video for that. Out that way you'll see one more dining option offered here at the Signia. It is Beach. That is their pool bar. That's where we've been getting most of our meals during our trip so far, but they've all been very good. We've tried different things each day. The chicken quesadilla, there's a chicken flatbread. What else do we have? A grilled chicken sandwich. My son had chicken fingers and pizza, all of it very good. Strawberry daiquiri was pretty yummy too. So definitely we've enjoyed the food there. And we even had the poolside service yesterday. and our server was so sweet, and she was hustling. You could tell it was hot. She had lots of customers, and she was working real hard. So, you know, good experiences here overall. But like I said, we're not going to do too much with the pool here because I want you to check out my pool tour video. So, you know, if you happen to stumble upon us, go find our channel at Meg's Family Adventures and check out our pool tour video. All right, so that is pretty much it. I am going to show you a little bit of the bus because, like I said, the bus does take you to all the parks and Disney Springs. They have different routes, so you're not all crammed on the bus together. When we took it to Disney Springs, we only went to Disney Springs, so it's nice. It did not make a ton of stops. The only other stop it makes is to the Waldorf, which is right next door, because like I said earlier, they are sister resorts. So it's kind of nice. It's not like the Disney hotel transportation where sometimes you have to stop at a ton of different resorts before you finally get to your destination. It was really nice. And like I said, it was air conditioned. It was a coach bus, so you had space. It was very nice. It was a nice ride to and from Disney Springs. Back inside now. I'm on the ground floor still, and you can see the two sets of elevator banks. So you have for the lobby and floors 3 through 10, and then the lobby and floors 11 through 18. So I'm on this side, so I'm going to head on up to my room now. As you can see, they have five elevators going through this side, and they move pretty quickly. Here we have the bus that services both the Signia and the Waldorf, and it takes you to all the Disney parks as well as Disney Springs. They have the schedule posted online. They have QR codes that you can scan throughout the resort and pull up your schedules and see the arrival and departure times. All right, so if you've watched any of my other videos, you know I love a good pros and cons list to help myself and you guys decide what is the best decision or choice for you when you're thinking about where to stay. So let's start with the pros of the Signia, and there are a lot, as you can see. I think the main one for people would be the price. It is compared to Disney property hotels, specifically the moderate and the deluxe resorts, it is a significant savings if you were to choose to stay at the Signia. Not sure how much of a savings it would be if you're interested in a value Disney resort. They're probably pretty comparable in price, but the room and the resort itself is going to be a little bit more upscale than a value resort would be. So if you're into nicer accommodations, then you would but still wanting to pay a lower price, you would then start to look off property, and the Signia would be an excellent choice. Another pro is that there is that transportation, which I showed you in the last clip, to all the Disney parks and Disney Springs. And after riding both the Signia bus and the Disney transportation, I will say that the Signia bus is a lot nicer. It's more comfortable. I don't think it seats as many people, but it is a true coach bus with nice, comfortable seating, whereas the Disney parks transportation is more of like a city bus type bus that you'd find in your local city. The only drawback, and I didn't note it on the con side, but I will mention it now, is that the Signia bus, it only runs at specific times, and it's not as frequent as the Disney buses run within the Disney resorts. I know at one point with Disney Springs, if we didn't make the bus that we did, we would have had to wait like an hour and a half for the next one to come for the Signia. So that's definitely a drawback. They do not run super frequently. Another pro to the Signia is that they have that amazing family-friendly pool area. It has the lazy river, it has the slide, it has the pool bar. Check out my Signia pool tour video so you can see all the cool stuff that the pool area has to offer. I showed a little bit of it here, but that is definitely what drew us to this resort. We love a good pool area, and this one definitely has it all. Another pro is that there are multiple dining options on site. So whether you like casual, you've got the beach pool bar, that you have a marketplace that has coffee and sandwiches and ice cream, and then you also have some nicer sit-down options such as the Italian restaurant or the Asian restaurant. So there's a little something for everybody here at the Signia. Another pro is that it is an official Walt Disney World hotel, even though it is not on Disney property. You can access the parks 30 minutes early, like you can with the, some of the deluxe resorts at Disney. So that is nice that they are affiliated in that way. Another thing is that we had a Hollywood Studios view room, so we actually could see the Epcot fireworks. If we looked out our window and looked to the right, we could see the Epcot fireworks each night. And we were able to also see a little bit of the fireworks from the Fantasmic show at the Hollywood Studios. So that was really nice that we could just look right out our window from our Hollywood Studios view room and get to see both of those. That was really cool. And just overall, it is a beautiful resort. So you can't take that away from the Signia. It's beautiful inside and out. So definitely, something to think about, all those pros if you're considering staying there. Of course, there's lots of pros, but there are a few drawbacks, which I noted there on the con side. The first one is that you do need to take transportation to all the Disney parks. Nothing is walkable from the Signia. So if you're doing a week-long stay at Disney, and that's something to take into account, is that if you're park hopping or anything like that, and you want to go back to the hotel in between, you do just have to make sure that you're lining up with that bus schedule. And again, the buses aren't as frequent as they are on Disney property, so you really kind of have to plan your day in accordance with that limited scheduling, since you can't walk anywhere. Another con is just that it's not in the Disney bubble. So if that's something that's very important to you, then the Signia and really any resort that's off property is not going to be right for your family. Another thing is that it doesn't come with all the Disney advantages and convenience. Obviously, since it's not it is an official Disney resort, but it's not a true Disney resort in that it's on property. So things like, your Magic Band isn't going to work there to open your room or to purchase food or items or anything like that. Another big drawback with that is when it comes to lightning lanes. If you're interested in purchasing lightning lanes, you have to do it the 3 days prior to your arrival and visit. You don't get the advantage of booking them 7 days prior because you are not staying on Disney property. So if getting good lightning lanes is important to you, then you may want to rethink staying off property. And the last con that I noticed is that you do have to pay to self-park. I'm not quite sure exactly what the cost is because we did not have a car with us. We used Orlando Magical Rides to transport us. Shout out to them if you need transportation. It was cheaper than renting a car for the 10 days we were there, and they were amazing. Orlando Magical Rides, look them up. Anyway, so the self-parking, I believe it's at least $40 a day, if not a few dollars more than that. They do offer valet parking as well. I don't know what the price for that was because we don't usually valet. We self-park and save some dollars. But I know at one point we were thinking of driving to Orlando from our home, and I had looked at the self-pay rates, and it was at least $40, if not a few dollars more. So that kind of stinks. And then also thinking about if you have a car, whether you're renting or you're driving from your home, and then you want to drive to parks, say you don't want to take the bus because you're worried about, the limited time scheduling, or you just want that flexibility of being able to drive to and from the parks. Since you're not staying at a Disney resort hotel, you are going to have to pay for parking when you get to the Disney parks. Whereas if you are staying on Disney property and you decide to drive to the parks, you don't have to pay for parking. So something for you to consider. So those are the major pros and cons that I could think of. Would I come back to the Signia? Absolutely, 100%. It's beautiful. We really enjoyed our time there. It was relaxing, but it was also relaxing because we didn't tack it on to when we went to go to the Disney parks. We only went to Disney Springs and we spent the day relaxing at the pool while we were there. Would I stay there if I was going to the parks? maybe. If it was a short trip, maybe. I don't think I would do it for long, but I really think I would look into staying on Disney property if I'm going to tack it along to going to the parks. But if I just want a relaxing vacation, I definitely 100% would go back to the Signia. Or if, like what we did with our trip here, we spent a week in Disney, but we spent 3 days prior at the Signia relaxing before our busyness of Disney hit. So I would definitely do that again as well. Well, thank you so much for coming along with us here at Meg's Family Adventures. If you found this video helpful, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to us here on our YouTube channel at Meg's Family Adventures. You can also find us on TikTok and Instagram. Those are also at Meg's Family Adventures. So make sure you follow us there as well. We do like to post some different content to our TikTok and Instagram than we do to YouTube. So please follow us in all 3 spots. Thanks so much for coming along. See you on our next adventure.